Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Policino. Welcome to the Real World of Real Estate. Today, we're going to talk about how eXp Realty has literally changed my life. We'll talk to you in a second after the intro. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Sean Policino. Welcome to the Real World of Real Estate. And today I want to share with you how eXp has literally changed my life. I was with Keller Williams for 16 years, and I was in a leadership level with Keller Williams, meaning I had gone from being just a standard real estate agent to working my way up the ladder and becoming a team leader of a franchise office, eventually hoping to be an owner of a franchise office at one point. I was involved at the board of directors level in the Agent Leadership Council, and I had been selling real estate at that time for about 16 years approximately. Here in the Los Angeles area where I sell real estate, based upon my average real estate sales, I was ranked at the top 3% out of all the agents in Los Angeles, but believe me, there are a lot of them. I was ranked in about the top 3%. So things were good. I was selling on average 35 to 45 homes a year. The average agent sells 6. So I was well above the average agent, making anywhere from, on a really great year, $500,000 a year to, on average, $250,000, $300,000 a year, which is a good living, And so things for me were relatively good. I had these dreams of opening my own Keller Williams office and becoming an operating principal. I'd been, over the years, have been solicited by a lot of other brokerages, Remax, Compass, just to name the few of the ones that I've received phone calls from. And I always said the same thing. No, I'm not interested. I'm happy where I'm at. And I was happy. It wasn't until several of my colleagues left Keller Williams and went to eXp that I really took a look at what the eXp model was. And when I say it's changed my life, it took my 50th birthday where they say turn 50 and your perspective changes on certain things. And maybe that was what happened with me. But, COVID had happened, and when I was a team leader at the Keller Williams office, that was right during the beginning, middle, and how COVID has changed our life, and it was, it put some stresses on my career there at Keller Williams as far as a team leader is concerned. It made it tougher on me, and so also being a real estate agent, just a standard real estate agent for 16 years. There was a little bit of burnout, I guess you'd say, which probably contributed as well. But the main thing was turning 50 years old. And, I could say I was a very successful real estate agent. I didn't have my financial picture at home in order for a retirement plan. So that was a big stress for my wife and I, was we were concerned about retirement. I mean, I'm not ready to retire. I'm probably not going to be ready at 60, but it would be nice to be able to retire at 60 if I wanted to, sell real estate because I want to, not because I have to. So these things were on my mind and my wife's mind, as well. Karen is my wife, and she's a real estate agent as well, and very involved in our real estate team. She is the director of operations and helps with marketing and operations, and also sells real estate herself. So I would say turning 50, having some friends of mine that I had no clue would ever leave Keller Williams had me actually change my perspective on really taking a look at what eXp was. And I thought at that moment that I already knew what eXp was, but the truth of it was I never really took a deep dive and took a look at it. And, that was a mistake, because the last couple years, for example, Sean Kokoska, my business partner, mentor, my first coach that I ever hired, was very involved at Keller Williams, and he was one of the ones that had left, but he wasn't the one that made me take a look at it. He was the one that I chose as my sponsor at eXp, but he wasn't the one. Jason Lindstrom, a personal friend of mine, decided to leave Keller Williams, and he was already an owner of a market center. He had been a team leader at my market center in Santa Clarita, and I respected him. He was a military guy, and I respected him as an individual. And when he left, that was the catalyst that actually made me take a look at what eXp had to offer, really. Without saying that I knew what eXp was, I really took a look at it and then actually compared it to what I had at Keller Williams. That was the difference maker. And now I have regrets, because if I had done that 2 years earlier, I probably would have had over $250,000 in eXp stock that I don't have today, because I waited and delayed that inevitable change, which for me was inevitable. But you have to take an open mind, because if you just look at yourself as a salesperson, or you just look at yourself as a realtor or real estate agent, you're really kind of narrowing your abilities as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, on what you can do with your real estate license. For example, I always said I was a real estate agent, and I had real estate sales of my own, which I just shared with you where I was in ranking in LA County. I was a entrepreneur and a business owner. I didn't look at myself as a salesperson or just a plain old brown wrapper real estate agent. And so that's something that I would encourage you to do, is look at yourself as a entrepreneur and a business owner, and that you're choosing to partner with a brokerage like Keller Williams or Compass or Remax. You're making that choice. It's a conscious choice. And if you were to look and compare on how many ways does your broker compensate you, then eXp blows it away, because we have 8 different ways. And if you add Relo network to it, you have 10 different ways of being compensated with eXp and Relo. Where with Keller Williams, I had 2. I had real estate transactional sales, and I had profit share. And in 16 years of profit share, I only earned about $10,000 in extra bonus income. So for me, it really wasn't a big deal. It wasn't something that I looked at as a viable income source, passive income. I personally can tell you, I know Sean Kokoska I've seen proof of it, makes over $60,000 a month in income, passive income, not transactional income. This is income from growing his virtual cloud-based brokerage underneath him as eXp as his partner. That nobody can take that away from him. It's willable to his kids. It's something at retirement that he will have. $60,000 a month, that's pretty significant. That person, Jason, I told you, that left and was kind of the catalyst on why I left and finally came to eXp, has over 300 people in his organization, is making in excess of $100,000 a year in bonus income, above and beyond transactional income. I can tell you there's over 30 people in our company today in eXp that make close to $1 million a month, over $750,000 a month to $1 million a month in passive income. One of those is a gentleman by the name of Brent Gove, who makes just under $1 million a month, was $100 million real estate salesperson, producer for Remax, left that and is now part of eXp, not selling transactional real estate any longer. He has a team. All of his business goes to the team, but he personally is not a real estate agent in the traditional sense. So for me, the catalyst was my friend Jason leaving and me actually taking a look at it and then comparing it and asking myself the question, how many ways does Keller Williams compensate me? And Does Keller Williams give me an exit plan? Ask yourself those two questions, and I'm sure you will discover the same thing I discovered. The answer is they only gave me two, and if you're with Remax, you only have one. If you're with Compass, you only have one. With Keller Williams, you have two, but profit share is distinctly different than revenue share. Revenue share is off the top, whether eXp is profitable or not. And if the stock price goes down, does it affect my revenue share? And then the second question, based upon how many ways does my broker relationship compensate me? The second question is, does Keller Williams give me an exit plan? And the answer is no. Gary Keller never once offered me shares in Keller Williams, and he's scrambling now to be able to do that, but I'm not clear that he's going to be able to do that with the way his franchise model is set up. With eXp, I have one cap, it's one company, doesn't matter where I expand my business to in the United States or internationally, I only have to pay eXp one cap. That's huge, 16,000. It's a lower cap than what I had at KW, so my expenses are lower. But the biggest thing for me after turning 50 was the fact that I would have a retirement plan. And eXp does that in two ways. One is optional. It's called the direct stock purchase program. And as of this video, the stock price is low because real estate's getting beat up. The stock market is getting beat up right now, and our stock price is subject to the market trends as well. But my real estate retirement plan is the fact that I'm earning stock for selling the real estate I'm going to sell anyways, whether I was with any other company. I'm going to sell those 30 to 40 homes a year. Why not earn stock in the company while doing it? Why not have the opportunity of earning my company dollar that I pay eXp back in the form of a stock award by qualifying as an icon agent? It's a retirement plan. Okay, I still have other retirement plans like acquiring investment real estate, which I'm in the process of doing today because of eXp. I've got stock ownership in the company today because of eXp. I have passive income from my revenue share because of eXp. So these are the ways that eXp has changed my life, changed Karen's life, and frankly, changed my kids' lives, because these are willable. I'm going to leave them to my kids in the form of a trust, a family trust that will pay them well after I'm gone and will continue to grow, whether they decide to continue to build the real estate business or not, completely separate apart. So please, if you like this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, get notified, help me with the YouTube algorithm by sharing it. Click the link below if you're interested in scheduling a one-on-one, no obligation strategy session so we can share with you, and at least you could say you looked at it and you really did a deep dive, because for 2 years I didn't do that and it cost me over $250,000, and I could show you how it cost me that. This is not being made up. This is complete. I can prove everything that I've shared with you in this video today. So I'm glad you joined me. Please come back to the real world of real estate. My name is Sean Policino, and make it a great day and a great week.